Hey guys, it's Saturday and I just woke up and why am I covered in feathers? Oh god. Oh my god. Edward, make me some eggs, damn it, I'm hungry.
Because of its shape, it's able to dissolve more substances than anything else.
That was my bio class. And it's set up just like a chat room, I guess. And a teacher can put up pictures and lesson and you can do video chat if we wanted. That's my school. First time I finished Breaking Dawn, I had read it in only like a day, and it was so quick that I really didn't get it, and I finished it and I was confused. So I did what I would normally do when I'm confused about a book. I read it again and analyze the hell out of it. And I started writing down, this is how dorky I am. I wrote down after each chapter my thoughts. Book 1, Bella's book, I liked it. Book 1 still kind of seemed like part of the series that we had already known, you know? When I read it the second time, I noticed that in chapter 2, Edward was like, are you sure? I mean, this means you can't have babies and all. And it sounds like he kind of wants to have a baby, and she's all like, oh my god, no babies. And I don't know, it was just kind of cool to see that in a different perspective now that you know what happens. The wedding, it was alright. I mean, a little predictable. I mean, Alice makes this fabulous wedding and it's beautiful and oh my god. Jake coming to the wedding, I don't know. I guess it had to be done. His reaction was kind of weird. I mean, really, what did he expect? What did he expect from Bella? Seriously? Come on. And then the honeymoon. Book 1 was kind of predictable until it completely threw you off by throwing in the whole pregnancy thing. I didn't really realize it until Bella realized it. I mean, I know the signs were there, but I really thought that it was poison chicken. With all the feathers and the eggs, I'm surprised it wasn't a chicken baby. Of course, I loved book 2, Jacob's point of view, and I love the chapter names. When Edward asked Jacob to ask Bella if she wanted to make little puppies with him, I was like, Bella's never gonna say yes, and Jake knew that, and Edward's like, you gotta try, she might see it your way. No, and Jake even says, don't you know her at all? She's never gonna do that. So, how much does Edward really know about Bella? Something to think about. I love how Jake broke away from the pack. I just felt that he was gonna do that, and I was like, yay, Jacob. Being a little Jacob fangirl that I am. Of course I love Seth, but Leah I still don't really like. I mean, I just know that she's a menopausal werewolf. That's a girl. I felt so bad for Jake in chapter 17 when he was driving around and went to the park. I didn't want him to imprint on some random girl, but still, he felt bad for him. I felt like Edward was on his side, and then all of a sudden, oh, Bella, I can hear the baby. Oh. Sorry, you know I'm not that big of an Edward fan. The first time I read chapter 18, I didn't cry, but then when I read it again and was listening to Blue October's My Never, I started bawling. And I know some people didn't realize that Jake imprinted on Renesmee right away, but I realized it right at the bottom of 359. As soon as he's like, it was a new kind of heat, not a burning, it was a glowing. And I'm like, oh god, no, Jacob, you didn't imprint on the friggin' baby. But I don't like how people say he's a pedophile. I mean, I'm fine with it now, I guess. Kind of have to accept it. But he's not a pedophile, jeez. Chapter 19, Burning. Oh my god. Could you imagine trying to write this chapter? I mean, you're describing giving birth to a vampire baby, dying, and becoming a vampire all at once. And I thought it was really well written. At least this chapter was just wow. When I started reading this the second time, I haven't gotten past chapter 23. I just got bored. And I'm trying to, read more and try to pick up what I lost the first time I read it so quickly. But the whole Alice leaving thing, I kind of like that. No, nothing against Alice, of course, but I liked how it was kind of a little mystery type of thing, where Bella had to figure it out and then keep it from Edward and everybody else. It was really sad. She really thought she was gonna die and have to leave her baby with Jacob, and I got confused again when all these vampires started coming in. I had to keep flipping back to the vampire index, and I still don't know all of them. Also, I thought it was weird when Bella kept saying, my 17-year-old husband. I mean, I don't know, it's weird. It's weird. And I don't see them as husband and wife. The happily ever after ending, I mean, okay. I accept it now. The first time I read it, I was just like, that's it? But after I read it the first time, I went and looked at the frequently asked questions on Stephanie's website, and I got less confused, and I really understood it more, and it helped me to accept what happened in Breaking Dawn, because it was kind of crazy, especially reading it in less than a day. It's just having no idea what's going on. And I love how somewhere in book 3 it says, when Bella's saying how she's gonna die, it's like writing the end at the end of a book, and then at the end it says, the end. I like that little detail. It's not what I expected, which is good, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't want to read a book about everything that I expected. I mean, I had all these predictions written down, and none of them came true. Not one. Oh, except Jake imprinting. But that's kind of obvious. That was gonna happen. Okay. I don't hate it. I'm not gonna go write all hateful things on it. It's time for challenge time. Since it's all Breaking Dawn and Jake imprinting on Bella's daughter, that would make for a kind of awkward conversation in the future, wouldn't you think? I want you to make up different lyrics to the song Stacy's Mom by, I forget who it's by, so I'll put it right here. You know the song, okay? I want you to make up different words for it and sing it to Nessie's mom. And you only have to sing the chorus, you don't have to sing the whole song, unless you want to, that'd be great. Okay, so, the person who has to do that is Joanne and Christina. Can't see that. Okay, there we go. And you don't have to do it for tomorrow, just whenever you guys can. And if you don't do the challenge, Russell Brand will come to your house and interrupt you every time you try to speak. Joanne and Christina, I'll see you tomorrow, and I will see everybody next week. My little nudger. I should have wrote down some of this stuff. I'm gonna have fun editing it.